Spring legislative session in Springfield wraps up at the end of May, and lawmakers have several education-related bills to consider.
Chalkbeat Chicago reporter Samantha Smiley joins us now to talk a little bit about what's on the agenda. Let's start with some changes to homeschooling, which got a lot of people talking, but in the end, it doesn't look like that will go anywhere. Bring us up to date on that.
Yeah, that's one of the bills that when I first looked at, I thought, oh, this seemed like a very simple bill. It's just asking for parents to notify their school district that they will be homeschooling their kid before September 1st of this school year. And some of the debates that has occurred over the last couple of months have seemed to be like very heated, and so I don't see it. I haven't seen it moved in a while.
All right, so the back and forth continues. I do want to talk about one topic that it seems like everyone is discussing nationwide, and that's the issue of cell phones in classrooms. Where do we stand here in Illinois?
Yeah, well, in Illinois, it's a local control state, so most times the state isn't going to be like, you all have to do this. But the bill that is being debated right now is asking for school districts to at least create their own rules and regulations around how to restrict cell phones in classrooms.
Do you have any examples of what some districts are considering?
All I know is that Chicago Public Schools leave it up to principals to decide how students should use cell phones in schools. And I'm, as a former Chicago Public Schools student, I remember definitely being told to keep it in my desk or, which I don't know if that was really great because there was a couple times I definitely texted. Or
it sounds like she didn't follow the rules.
But she had the last laugh because she's an education reporter now. Samantha, bring us up to speed now on teacher evaluations, because it's a hot button issue and there's some legislation about whether or not they'll still be required in Illinois.
Oh, no, teacher evaluations will still be required in Illinois. Okay. It is more so about unlinking student test scores from teacher evaluations. And that's like, in state law, it used to say something along the lines of like, you have to link test scores with teacher evaluations. And it made up a big portion of evaluations. And now the state is considering a bill that says you can include those test scores. And then some advocates have had some concerns about that over the years.
Okay, well, we've got to wrap it up here in like 20 seconds. Is there one issue that you think is probably, if you're a parent or, grandparent who has a kid at CPS or any other school in the state, that they should be paying attention to? What's the one issue you're looking at?
The one issue I'm looking at, because I am interested in students with disabilities, there's this bill out there that will limit the language that school districts can use in mediations and legal contracts between districts and parents. There has been instances where parents have signed away their children's right to free and appropriate education and other federal laws in order to receive mediation for when there's disputes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Samantha Smiley with Chalkbeat. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, you too.